Hello, and thank you for participating in the Transition Skills Summary. Your participation yields valuable information about children transitioning from preschool to kindergarten. This presentation is for new administrators registering their TSS accounts. There are separate presentations for admins renewing and for teachers. Please make sure you are viewing the proper presentation for your user type. If you have any questions, please email our data team at datateam@seisummit.org. Contact information can be found on the final slide of this presentation. To access the TSS, start by going to the First Things First website at summitcountyfirstthingsfirst.org. Click on TSS homepage in the top right corner. Next, you will be taken to the TSS homepage, which should look like this. On the TSS homepage, scroll down to the two options, Register or Renew. As a first-time admin, you will need to register a new account. Click on Register a New Account. When you click on Register, it will take you to the registration homepage, which should look like this. To register, please fill out this form with all the necessary information. Use the email you wish to have affiliated with your TSS account. You will have to create a password. Select the box for administrator. When you select the box for administrator, a few drop-down menus will open. You must select your county for the list of centers to populate. You must select a center for the address to populate. Please ensure that you have the correct address for your center, as some have similar or the same names. When you are finished with this, click Enter. Once you have registered successfully, you will see this confirmation page. After this, you will go to the TSS homepage button in the top right corner and head back to the homepage. After you renew, when you navigate back to the homepage, you will be prompted to log in. Put in your username and password that you created and hit Enter. This is also where you will log in anytime you access your TSS profile to make changes. Once you have navigated back to the homepage, you will see this landing page for the administrator profile. When you scroll down on the administrator homepage, you will be able to see your name and information, as well as your center that you initially selected. If you are an admin for multiple centers, you next will need to select Add Center. If at any time you need to remove a center, you can do so by hitting Delete in the right column in the list of your centers. Once you have selected Add Center, you will see this view. To add a center, select your county, then the center name from the list, and the appropriate address for the center. When you have your center information added, click Enter. Your list of centers will appear at the bottom. Once you have added a center, it will show in the list underneath. You can also delete centers in this view. Once you have claimed your centers, navigate back to the admin homepage. Scroll down below centers and you will see a list of your teachers. Here, you can search for a teacher assigned to a center and add teachers. To search, type the teacher's name into the search box and select the center if appropriate. Only teachers who have registered and been assigned to a center will show in this view. If you cannot find the teacher, they may need to be added. Click on Add Teacher. When you click on Add Teacher, it will take you to this view. Type in the teacher's name and a list should populate. If you do not see your teacher's name, it is likely because they have not yet registered. Teachers must register on their own prior to admins being able to assign them to a center. When you have found your correct teacher, choose your correct center and click Enter. Admins also have the option of making themselves a teacher in addition to an admin. If you wish to do this, check the box for Make Me a Teacher and hit Submit. On the admin homepage, you also have the option to add students. Scroll down to add students. If you have not yet added any students, you may have no student listed yet. Click on Add Students. Clicking on Add Student will take you to a form that looks like this. Some items are required. They are noted with an asterisk. Other items are not, but you can return later and add that information. When you begin to add information to add your student, you must first select a center and then a teacher to assign to the student. If you are not assigned to the center, then it will not show up in the list. If the teacher has not been assigned to the center you choose, then you will not be able to add that teacher. You will need to assign the teacher to that center for them to appear in the list or have them register and then assign them. It is important to note the two boxes here at the bottom. Confirmation is required even the first time you fill out this information for the student. The All Finished option should only be checked when you have completed all sections of the form fully. So, if you are filling out some information now with the intent to return later and complete, do not check the All Finished box. To submit this student, you must hit Enter. If you scroll back up and hit Add Student, it will not submit the student's information. It will return you back to a blank form. Once you have hit Enter under the student's information, the student should appear here at the bottom of the page under the header Your Students. If the student does not appear, please ensure that you hit Enter after completing the student's information. If you did complete the information and hit Enter and the student hasn't appeared, you can refresh the page to see if the student appears then. You will only see students for your roster. If you assigned a student to a different teacher or center, they will not appear here. If you need to change information about a student, simply click on the student's name. This will bring up the student's profile and allow you to change their information. When you click on the student's name, their entire profile will be brought up. This is where you can edit their information. If you need to delete a student, you can do so when you are in the student's profile. If you need to change information about a student, including their center or teacher assignment, you can do so in this view. Change the information you need and hit Submit to save changes. If you need to go back to the prior screen, hit Back. If you must delete a student for some reason, please note that this will delete the student from the TSS record entirely, not just from your roster. Only choose this option if it is appropriate. This concludes the presentation. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to send an email to our data team for assistance. Thank you again for being a part of what makes TSS work.